Hey Leo, I hope you guys are doing okay out there. I did pull 5 cards for you, but the funny part is, when I had the Ten of Pentacles reversed, it came up for you guys here. The Hermit was underneath it. I didn't even realize that. Technically, I would have taken a Hermit, but I'm going to leave the read as is, and I will incorporate the Hermit. I do see where you guys are. You were in Hermit. For some of you guys, you're coming out of this Hermit energy that I see here. Alright guys, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please take what resonates, leave the rest behind. We're going to go ahead and get into your read here. I'm going to take this off screen. We're going to go ahead and get into it because I feel like you guys have some things going on here, Leo. So the first thing that we have here is you guys have this tower falling. There's something with communication. Let me just go to the first piece of it. There's something that you guys are dealing with, or there's some way of living that you have that is going to change. There's something about a structure. There's something about a structure that is trying to destroy you, but you need to destroy it first. Must destroy old structure before they destroy you. Page 99. Outside influences are creating things, obstacles, and trying to take you down. And they will if you don't handle this situation, Leo. Something falls for you guys here with this tower energy. This is a catastrophe. For some of you, this heralds some sort of destruction, but it was destruction that was needed. It was something that needed to be overthrown, false ideas. And because of this, it shows that you guys may have taken some personal or financial loss here. This is what I'm showing for Leo so far. You guys have the Ace of Pentacles. It comes up. There's something about the wintertime. I don't know when this happened, if it did or if it is going to. I don't know. I don't read past, present, future. It's up to you guys to decide when this happened. Or if it hasn't happened yet, it may. It could. I want you guys to also realize that the way things play out, the way they're read and the way they play out are sometimes literal. Sometimes it's symbolic. You just have to sit around and think about it. Like, if somebody comes and gives you the answers that you need, you think this person's going to email me, this person is going to call me, or whatever. Nope, it doesn't always play out like that. Sometimes the person tells you as clear as day in front of the world, right? So they're telling you, and you know it when you feel it, right? So there's something like that going on too. You guys suffer some sort of financial loss here, but then you run into the Ace of Pentacles. This could have been something that happened in wintertime, or it's going to. Something where you guys are going to have some new success. There's going to be new money. You guys may have a new business, new enterprise. There's something here where there's an acquisition of money or financial security. So whatever this is that you are hoping to achieve that is coming to you or has come to you, right? Because this tower could just say, I had to have an ego death. Some things had to change. I had to make some choices. Structures had to end. Beliefs had to end. Certain things, people had to end. I had to get them away in order for me to gain this Ace of Pentacles. Now this could be coming up, or this could have happened. There's something about a new enterprise, new material attainment. So some of you guys could actually be getting materials. All right. Whatever industry you're in. For some people, materials could simply be, oh, I'm getting a new pair of sneakers and a car or something like that. For others, it could literally be some new materials, something that you have the money to buy now, or you have the luxury to buy now, or I can buy it now maybe because I have to, something like that. So there's something where new materials come in. Now, this is after some sort of financial loss here. It also says that there's prosperity coming to you. So I feel like whatever you guys are getting into, it does bring you some prosperity, and you're able to obtain the things that you need and the things that you want. That's where it gets weird. So we also have here the Ten of Pentacles. Now, you guys know that this Ace of Pentacles is coming to you because when we left off with Ace of Pentacles, the final message, prosperity is coming to you. Ace of Pentacles, I have achieved something, right? I got this new job, this new raise. I have a new source of some sort of income that's going to bring me stability. Now, in walks this older person, Leo. Could be a Virgo energy, right? So you guys could be dealing with a Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Virgo. You guys could be dealing with this older Virgo here. This is somebody who, it goes one of two ways. They either have a ton of money and they're sitting around bored. They need a hobby. They need a life. They need to stop worrying about what other folks are doing. But this person gets very bored because they're well established. So they're not utilizing their skills or their money or whatever it is they have that is, I don't know, whatever it is that they have in terms of materials, in terms of resources, they're not doing anything good with it. This is one side of the spectrum when it comes to Ten of Pentacles, wasting away, right? Watching TV, bored, not helping anybody, nothing, not a garden, right? Nothing. They ain't learned nothing. No skill, nothing. So this person's sitting around bored. That's one scenario. The other scenario to the Ten of Pentacles is family conflict. All right, so we have some overly paid bored person who's nosy and starting trouble, whatever. Had the ability to. It says that this person can become tempted by what they see on TV or da-da-da, but it says you need a hobby, you need to focus. Now, the other piece of it with the Ten of Pentacles is some sort of family conflict that goes from separations, meaning I am departing from my partner or whatever, to inheritance issues. It says specifically for you, Leo, there's something here about a will. A will has been disputed or a long-term expectation not fulfilled. So when a will is not disputed, well, will being disputed, it says that either somebody's fighting you over a will or you're fighting them. It gets really weird because the Ten of Pentacles also goes into this older energy. Could be a Virgo or it could be you, Leo. Maybe you have Virgo in your chart. I don't know. But I will tell you this. It does say long-term expectations unfulfilled. A member of an older generation may hold outdated beliefs. I feel like somebody's trying to hold on to this money. There's something about a will here to disputing it. You can't have this, even though it's yours. Even though it was left to you, it's yours. I want to hold on to it. Some people want to hold on to it. I feel like you're not going to be responsible with this money. That's one way. I feel like I shouldn't give you this money because I want this money. I want to be in control. I need this. I want to shine in front of my church friends. I want to wear a big giant hat. I want them begging me to help pay their Section 8 rent because that's what they did. She was, listen, if y'all look at them transactions for Janetta Copeland Beasley, she got Section 8 payments all over the place. She was paying rent for everybody. Now, because of the amount of rent, like some people you get reduced rent. It makes it look like, oh, the church is helping you or this and that. This person is greedy, whoever this Leo is. It's a greedy energy and they're doing it. And it's not out of any kind of, they're not doing it to help you. They're doing it to shine. They want to be the go-to person. This person could be part of God knows what. But that's why they're doing it. All right, so somebody's lazy at the house and they need to go do something with their skills. Or you got this older person here who's holding on to the money because they want to be the go-to person, right? I want to have you ask me for stuff, even though it ain't yours. And so you also have this energy here who will go so far as to put it on the world stage, right? And you got this Scorpio energy here. I'm ready to give you a run for your money, baby. You want it, because it also, the text talks about some underlying desires for this Leo. They want it to be famous. I want fame. I have secret desires. And it also says that they use tactics to make sure they were famous. What does that mean? That means I'm going to use my child. I'm going to let him put a sex tape out about my child so that she or he mentions my name. I'm going to let the preachers play with my kids so they can mention my name on the world stage. So you're dealing with the type of nasty, disgusting, this Leo is disgusting, right? So they're nasty, they're disgusting. They're going to let people touch their kids, all types of stuff because they want fame. There's something underlying that they need because they're insecure, right? I want to be the go-to. I want to be this. I want to be that. I want to be famous at all costs. This is really this all cost thing, right? So even if I'm known as a sex trafficker, if I'm known as a thief, and I was once a preacher, I'm still going to be famous. That's my goal. So this person, this Leo is setting the tone right for you to go to hell if you listen to this person. You're going to sit up in them pews and you're going to go right to hell listening to this Leo. You're going to burn right in hell with her. And it's evident that the Lord gave her another chance and she still sat up and ran with the drug dealers and she ran over with the mafia and all these other crazy people. Okay? I ain't calling the mafia crazy. I'm just saying organized folks. And it ain't just them. Every walk of life this Leo done ran with, okay? They got friends and connections everywhere. And they don't use it for good. That's the point. So if you was doing it to feed people, maybe we could look at this differently, but this is for your own individual gain, for you to build your name up and use other people to do it. So I just want to call Gary out on what it is. So if y'all dealing with somebody named Janetta Copeland Beasley, she falls under the umbrella of a greedy, nasty, I will do anything. Y'all, feds, you check them records. I'm telling you, she got Section 8 payments out the Lee, Ebony. She trying to make everybody look like they need her when she got stolen money. Or she made a promise to an organization where they were giving her money. All right? Remember, I said them shell accounts is them small churches. I pay your rent, you shut the fuck up. That's what that is. So you have this older person who decides that they're selfish and they want to hold on to your money. They don't want to tell the truth about the inheritance. They don't want to tell that they was bed hopping. They don't want to tell you they ain't the mama or the daddy. Some ignorant person like that. However, they seek out this King of Cups energy. Okay? So my point with this is, Leo, if this is a Virgo energy, this Ten of Pentacles reverse this older relative, and the King of Cups plays out here, maybe that's you, because somebody enters. There's a King of Cups that enters here. This person that enters is kindly disposed. This could even be you. That this older member decided that they were going to come up against because they ain't like you for whatever reason, or they're jealous. It's a lot of jealousy that these folks be trying to hide. Okay? And I want to clarify something in terms of organizations, right? You got some good organizations. You got the ones that really feed the kids. So organization is not necessarily bad. It's what you practice in terms of what's under that umbrella. The umbrella of organization, what do you practice underneath it? This type of practice right here is unethical, it's immoral, it's disgusting, it's selfish, it's jail worthy, because you know what? One of the things about the Hermit is actually jail. So you might actually have a Virgo going to jail who could be an older person. I say that because Ten of Pentacles is Virgo energy, Hermit card, Virgo energy. You guys could be dealing directly with a Virgo, or if we want to put it out there, there's some investigation about this Ten of Pentacles that this older person tried to steal. There's an investigation by the United States government. That's my country. I don't know what country you guys are in, but there's an investigation about corruption having to do with an inheritance by the government. Those are the fetties. Okay? We don't know who's in charge, but at the end of the day, let's put it this way. One thing I can tell you about an organization, or, well, I want to say an agency or wherever you work, right? You're going to have some crap people, and you're going to have some great people. The great people are the ones that no matter who's who, I don't care who's in administration, I don't care who's the head of this new whatever, I don't care who it is, I'm still going to do my job, and I'm going to be able to defend my work. That's the type of person I am. Like, I can't do anything about who the head of a workplace is. I don't have anything to do with the exchanging of hands and who bought what or who was appointed where. I don't have anything to do with that. What I do have control of is the work that I put out, right? So no matter who's in charge, when you come to me, the truth is out there. Now, whether or not they choose to ban me, that's their problem. But you will get the fight of your life. I'm going to put my foot up yet, as a matter of fact. I'll be happy to. So you either work with me or you don't type of thing. That's where my stance is. But you've got a Leo here that could be going to jail. In walks this King of Cups here. Somebody who is a friend. Somebody who could be an advisor, a lover. Somebody who is trustworthy, but they are dependent. You can rely on this person for answers and help when you need them. So I don't know if Leo, somebody steps in to help you, or this is you suffering from the interruption of this older person here. Or Ten of Pentacles could be you having these skills that you just letting stay in your brain instead of sharing with people so that they can increase their income or become more aware of the world or certain things. I just feel like you guys know a lot of things that you're holding on to, and it says you need to display it. Start a YouTube page, start a garden, show the people your skills within reason, of course. But somebody is actually coming out of Hermit here, all right? So you guys have the Nine of Swords that comes out reversed. You guys could be dealing with a Gemini energy. There's somebody going through intense mental anguish. I'm almost led to believe when I started this read, I was going to read it backwards because it tells me a story of struggle. It tells me somebody maybe stepped in to help you, or Leo, it tells me that this King of Cups is you. And you were interrupted by this older person and their desires, or the lack thereof. I feel like yours is an older energy with inheritance, under investigation. The King of Cups here, somebody who is solid. This could be a father figure. Some of you guys have a parent stepping in with this King of Cups here. This could be a father figure. This could be an advisor. Somebody who's going to be there when you need them and they're kind to you. So this might be somebody who plays the role of father in your life if it's not a father. This Gemini energy here, intense mental anguish. There are, if this is, you could have Gemini in your chart, examining their own beliefs about something or people that no longer apply to their lives. Some of you guys may have been left out in the cold by a Gemini, or so you think. I believe that this is just an extension. It's a further extension of people being cut out of your life. With this Tower of Babel, right? This is a house of God. La Maison Dieu. I'm not sure how to say that. Don't laugh at my French. I think that's French. Don't laugh at me. Somebody's name could actually be Mason. Yeah, somebody's name could be Mason or somebody could be a Mason. This is a fallen tower, a catastrophe, false ideas. There's some Mason, somebody named Mason or a Mason. They might be changing their beliefs because they suffer some sort of personal or financial loss, something like that. Somebody could be a father figure, we get that, but somebody's also in their heads, a Gemini, questioning my beliefs. My beliefs are standing in the way of my progress. I'm suffering because I refuse to face the facts of what caused this. So I feel like the energy is a little bit all over the place, but I also feel like there's a lot of denial here. You guys have this Ace of Pentacles that comes in. It's almost like it feels like something breaks down for you guys so that you can get something new. But then you have this Ten of Pentacles that comes up reversed. This is some older person that gets in the way. This King of Cups, I feel like is you guys. Maybe somebody's getting in the way of you, your progress, what you're trying to do. Or this older person in a family could be a King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They may feel like they're doing something out of love, but it says they're being honest about it. I don't feel like that. I feel like these are two different people. I feel like you are the King of Cups. You're a mother, well, you're a father or a mother, right? And this older person in your family won't release your inheritance. Or for some of you, it could have been some sort of separation because it does talk about separation and severance. You guys are coming out of your heads about something. Some of you guys are in your heads about some test results that have come in. Some of you guys are waiting, but I feel like it's this sick, I'm up at 3 a.m., hands and face type of worrying, anxiety, mental torment over something that was done, something that's going to come out. Something that was done to a King of Cups, something that was done to a father, an upstanding father, kindly disposed, a friend, an advisor, lover, trustworthy. Somebody tried to screw this person over and now they're in their heads about it. That could be you, Leo. I don't know what you have in your chart, but what I do see is something is coming apart and somebody's worried about it. Right there. I'm worried about it. I'm having nightmares about this. I also see the Ace of Pentacles coming to a King of Cups. Why is this Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities and everything else good and loving and full of money and opportunities? Why is it coming to this King of Cups? Says this person in between here, this older person of a different generation who could be a Virgo. Why are they getting this money? I don't agree, so I'm going to get in the middle. I'm going to stop it. Something weird like that. Leo. Oh, okay. Let me see something. I'll put that down. Hold on, y'all. That was weird. I've been off this for a minute, so let me just make sure. Hold on. Let me see something. What's... Yeah. Okay. I already dealt with that. Alright, what's going on? Give me more for this energy here for Leo. You guys are dealing directly with a Gemini. You're having some anguish over this. You guys may have recruited a father figure, somebody to try and help you with the situation because you're in some sort of a... I don't know if you guys are in a fight, but somebody interrupted you. There was this older person who interrupted your progress when it comes to getting money. So they could have shut down... they could have shut down your business perspectives or your prospects. They could have interrupted platforms. These people could have gone behind your back, spoken to other people, lied. There's family conflict. So this is somebody in your family, right? Lying and hiding. Because it says that this person's in hermit. So essentially, this older person in the family did some shit. And now they're hiding from people, right? And on top of that, some of these older people, this older person in your family could be in jail. Could be a Virgo, but they could be in jail for some sort of investigation of corruption. And they may have been found guilty, right? But they're in their heads waiting for some sort of a decision here with this Hermit card and the Knight of Swords reverse. They could be waiting for a decision from the courthouse. Somebody could be waiting for... I feel like it's more of a decision that they're waiting for from a courthouse. I don't necessarily feel like this is test results, at least not yet. I don't feel that just yet. It might come out, it may not. But this is definitely something about corruption. It could be about treason. It could be about people in the community doing things, saying things. Give me more for this Leo. Okay, we got one. New moon. Somebody was not able to manifest something that they put out there for the moon, the new moon. All right, so somebody couldn't manifest something. We also see where there was some conflict bringing something together. Somebody does not want to admit that they are burdened by something that failed on their new moon practice. We also have here there was a loss of focus. So whoever this is, there's no focus in a partnership. Something can't come together. There's no cooperation. People are not doing what they're supposed to do. This could be about some domestic issues in the house that need to be resolved or shared. Whoever you guys are working with, you can't manifest with these people because they don't have any focus. There's no harmony. Again, there's no cooperation. I keep getting that. There's no cooperation, but there's a bunch of burdens. This is what's falling apart for you guys. You guys are separated from some group, or you come to the realization something can't be done. Something cannot... This group is not going to work, or something's not going to work. Divine masculine. I'm a divine masculine. Somebody tried to do magic or dark magic on a divine masculine so that he or she would lose their focus. And that is falling apart. It didn't work. Or maybe they wanted it to. It's not working. One more. Transformation. They didn't want you to transform, but yet you still upright remain the divine masculine. So they couldn't do anything about trying to stop you from being who you are or acting in the beautiful energy of the divine masculine. Somebody who has a supreme understanding of both light and dark and feminine and masculine and all that good stuff. I don't really do reads like that, but whatever. I know about the stuff, but I'm like, eh. Anyway, let me see what else. So there's something where they wanted you to lose focus. I feel like I need more cards. But to me, this is a pretty cut and dry story. You guys have this older person hating. Give me another card. Tell me what's going on, and I'll clarify, Tari. It's okay to take your time. So you guys are taking your time doing something now. Give me more. And that's probably why you were going deep within. It's okay to put yourself first and take care of your own needs before those of others. You guys may have been taking care of other people, putting your own needs to the side. I feel like that's falling under the King of Cups here, that father energy. I have to take care of other people. I'm a father. I have to do some things. Listen to your intuitive signals. They are real and guide you in on the right direction. Some of you guys, this father figure knew something was off. That could be you, Leo. You knew something was off about some situation, and now you're in your head about it. Maybe you guys are upset that you didn't probe a little bit more. Transformation. I feel like somebody wanted you guys to be out of here, too, to be honest with you guys. Tower. Something could have happened with the structure, and I want to go back to that. There's a massive structure. It was supposed to reach heaven. It's the house of God. There's something about a big structure, a fire. Is there anything else? I want to pull some more cards, these. Give me the Tower, and let me just shuffle these up. The Ace of Pentacles. Somebody tried to shut something down for you guys. It could have been a Scorpio that tried to shut something down for you. Right? Maybe they tried to shut down your business, your reputation, stop you from getting opportunities. Clarify. We have the Empress. You're an Empress. So somebody tried to tear something down for an Empress so that they wouldn't get an opportunity. To me, you could be an Empress, right? Maybe your father figure stepped in who's also upright, or you guys could be the same, meaning I have that Empress, Emperor energy that is upright, honest, resourceful, able to give to others and take care of myself. You're being advised not to overextend. You may have. But somebody stepped in the way. They tried to create some sort of a tower in your life so you would not get an opportunity. Right? This was an older person in your family that did that. Yes, honey. Give me the King of Cups and the Nine of Swords. What are they in their heads about? The High Priestess. Because they have this knowing. They know secrets. They know that somebody has secrets. They have mystery. They know somebody's good. Or this could be the King of Cups. I feel like there's an older person in the family that came up against kids. These are either kids or... Because remember, it does talk about separation and inheritance issues too. So you could be somebody who has a child with this older person's family member, or their child, their son, their daughter, or whatever. You might even, if you're a man, you might have custody of this child, and this older person don't want to give up no money. And if they are selfish, if this is a selfish older person, they're only doing that because they don't want you to have custody. They want the kid and they want the money. I'm going to be real. I'm not going to sit up and lie today. These people crazy. The Empress and the Hermit. For some of you guys, you may have disappeared, went out on your own for a while. Four Wands. You may be separated from your family or people that you typically celebrate with. This could be your family. This could be your friends, co-workers, high school buddies. Right? You chose, I'm not celebrating with these people anymore. You guys choose to walk away. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. I walk away. I separate myself from these people, I go into hermit because I understand what you guys are trying to do. It's some energy that goes out like that. Hold on, what is this? No. Okay, give me more. So you guys separated from these people. All right, this could be your family, or your child could be, a member of the family. You know what I mean by that, right? Somebody's grandmother acting up. Ain't nobody got time for that crap. The devil. This could be a Capricorn that you guys are stepping away from. Somebody who could have had some addictions or something like that. Yeah, you guys might be stepping away from people simply because they had addictions. And I don't necessarily want to be around you, or I don't want my kids around you. Something like that with this separation. Somebody trying to get money for their kids, and you got this older person. Give me more about this. This older person could have some sort of an addiction. This older person did not want to give to you with the Six of Pentacles. So that's what the fight is about. This person holding on. It could be a Virgo. It could be a Capricorn trying to hold on. This Capricorn could be in your family. You could be a Taurus. You could be a Libra. Why do they need to listen to their intuition? They did listen to their intuition with this Empress energy. That to me just clarifies it. Is there anything else? Yep, they knew that there was trouble. Five of Cups. Since they know I have to walk away, says Leo. I got to walk away. Or however this goes. It could have been a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that walked away from you. All right. And it's also talking about outside influences having some sort of impact as well on your decision making. There was some guy that came in. There's another read that I did for y'all. I ain't put it out because I like to compare the energy. It's been, the energy is changing. It's crazy. It's changing a lot. There's some days you guys are doing a lot of thinking. There are other days you're doing a lot of crying, feeling. There's something about somebody's environment being imbalanced. Somebody's going to have a load that's lifted. There's a circle of support that is no longer available to you, Leo, or to whoever did this. These friends are turning against you, or whoever. I don't know who they're turning against. It could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I think you guys have some water sign friends, or friends with very heavy emotions as it pertains to this situation. For some of you, you're sad that you had to walk away from a group of people because you found out they don't support you. Especially if you're a high-vibing Leo. You're like, I'm sad, I'm upset, I have to walk away from these people who I thought were my friends. Three of Cups reversed, and they're not. They're not my friends. They're not a circle of support. What they do, though, is overindulge. Maybe you just don't agree with it, or they turn their back on you, or whatever reason, right? Yep, Four of Pentacles, they turned their back because they were stealing money from you, embezzling. That's what this Ace of Pentacles was about. Let me take your money away. Let me get some money off the top. Let me incorporate myself into this deal. Let me pretend like I'm your manager. Let me pretend like you're signed. Let me do it because I want some money at the top. So this could be a garbage ass Leo like the one I described earlier. Piece of shit. And is she gonna get up on a pulpit and preach? Child, sit down. Ain't nobody checking for you. I done told the whole story, and I ain't lying. You need to be ashamed of yourself. You are all... to be famous. She gave up her title as a preacher to be famous, practice with the occult, doing dark magic, all for some money and fame. So this is the type of bullshit. This is who y'all's parents are. Sick fucks. You stay far away from these people. Especially if you're high vibing. Because this older member in the family, who could be a Virgo, could be a Leo, could be anybody here, but you know that person. You stay away. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.